Good day, guys. Welcome to Forex Walker. Welcome to episode 99. We're moving ever closer to the 100th episode where we're going to be speaking about live trading and the actual uh, MT5 trades that we're going to be looking into. And I will not be advertising any form of a broker, but I'll be honest with the brokers that I'm currently using, even though they are not funding me for publishing all those brokers. Now, this is one of the most beautiful trades that I was never disappointed by. That is the CAD, and I have a lot of issues with the CHF, but the cat never disappointed me. So at this point, where I was looking forward to having the last kick, where the cat will give us a push higher with the uh, geopolitics trade that I was trading alongside the Strait of Hormuz and the implications of what will happen in the future. I spoke about it in the previous episodes, and that's all I'll be saying at the moment. So here we are speaking about the wrap up of the trade and the decision that we are taking, whether we are taking profit or not. And currently, our stop loss is on this white line here, the 38.2, where we had the market reversing toward, after which it hit the previous order block. And I have reason to believe that this is the last level that the market will have. And the take profit, I believe we might get a spike, but I don't really expect that much of a hit or a kick above this high. I believe that this trade is over, and I'll just wait for the market to break this high at the moment. And there's a high possibility that it may not. So I have about 2 to 3 days to wrap up this trade to make the decision whether to abandon it or close the trade manually, or wait for the take profit level to be hit, which is a little bit above here. So basically, what happens is that we trade with two positions. The second position being a larger position compared to the other one, and when we get to the previous high over here, which is the last order block before the drop, the previous high, that will be our first take profit level, and will allow the market to reverse with the smaller lot size, and then we can get to the take profit level. The current pips that were harvested in this trade are right here. When you where you see this red line, what we have here is, hope you can see my mouse over here. We have we have this is the market price. It says 0.57874, but you just need to ignore the zero and the comma. Here you just look at 57874 and subtract it to 56298. So 56298 is the entry level where we entered the market. So when you subtract the two, what they give you is 1576 pips. So those are the pips that were harvested in this trade, and there's a high possibility that the market might actually get to the take profit level, which is the last wave of this trade. And after that, I'm not expecting any form of a pump higher. Nevertheless, there's a high possibility that we might get to the take profit level. So this was just an analysis of the trade that we are currently holding. Let's look into other trades. So here we have USD CHF, and the market price on the entry is on this red line, and the take profit level is over here. So the numbers that you need to subtract on here is 8392. 80392. You subtract it to 7644 0. So it's 76,440, 76440. So that is the take profit level. And when you subtract the two numbers, what you get is 3,952 pips. So this is almost 4,000 pips harvested out of this USD CHF trade. And for those who want to take profit, you can take profit. I don't believe that the situation, the conditions in uh, uh, the Iran United States war are getting any worse. So at this point, we're just holding, and we'll see whether these pullbacks are actually taking us to the promised land or not. And that is the current trades. Normally, what I do is that once we break the previous high, I would rather wrap up the trade and take profit, or wait for the market to hit higher with the second position. So now this is the Euro CHF, and the market prices on the entry are on down here on the red line, and the take profit level is up here on the second red line. So what it says is the market price is 92613 minus or subtract 90169. So when you subtract the two, the number of pips that you get is 2,444. So it's 2,444. 2,444 is the number of pips harvested from this trade on the Euro CHF. And this is only for the trades that exclude the JPY. All JPY trades hit the take profit level. Besides that of the NZD, we're having a lot of issues with the NZD, and it was a little bit difficult to take entries on it, and I ended up deciding to let go of the trade. We were waiting for the 8th of April, where we'll get the central bank meeting minutes, and we'll see. We'll hear what the governor is saying about the NZD. The euro gave us a little bit of a delay before it took off, and the NZD was supposed to have landed somewhere down here. It was supposed to have landed all the way down here before. In fact, it was supposed to manipulate this low over here, this previous low, and pumped. But because of these delays that we're having, especially with the pricing in of the Middle East crisis, there's a high possibility that we may not even get all the way down here. There's a high possibility that by the time we get down here, what will happen is uh, a spike that will actually break lower than this previous low over here, and it might keep moving lower. So what happens is that even though the systems that I'm using for investing require a lot of patience, I will listen to the meeting, the Reserve Bank meeting that will happen. I think it's on the 7th of April, and whatever the governor says, if it's a little bit bullish, because previously she spoke, everything she said was mostly bearish. She was more concerned about the crisis in the Middle East, and she was also concerned about the pricing in of the repercussions of the crude oil that is not being received in New Zealand. So we'll see what happens. But if she says anything that is bullish, I will be invested into the trade with a smaller lot size. And if she says anything that is uh, bullish, I'll still enter the market with a smaller lot size. I did well with the three other trades that I took on the CHF, and those that have the JPY, they all went bullish. If but The only one that did not do what it was supposed to do is that of the NZD. So here you can see that the previous lows were over here. I'll place this red line to show you. So this was the lowest low, and the market still turned around to break the previous low. It was supposed to have reversed somewhere here, but it still went down. And that is the JPY showing us that the flush in bearish side is even bigger. Remember, we were on the previous episodes, we were also confirming with the COT reports, the commitments of traders. They were also leveraging short. So if those guys are funding leverage positions in the shorts, and you are going long, that is not a good idea in the trade. So the commitment of the central bank in the Mercantile Exchange, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, were telling us that they were leveraging short, and they were closing both longs and shorts. However, they were leveraging short. So that means these guys were the ones who were moving the NZD lower than it was supposed to be. So this is actually a hedge fund move that was made by those guys who know what they're doing. And uh, I I believe that these guys were actually selling the dovish stunt by the central bank, the governor of the of New Zealand, the RBNZ. So over here you can see that uh man, I don't know what this is. And now they're taking me to another website. So previously they were leveraging the shorts. Over here we had a green number. It was around the 600s. So now they're showing you that they're closing both longs and shorts, but you can see that they're closing more longs in the leverage side than in the shorts, and you can see that they have more numbers in the shorts. So these guys are definitely invested in the shorts, and that's the reason why this market is dropping so nicely, and the hedge funds are busy pushing this market lower. And even when the 8th arrives, the 7th actually, I will no longer be the longs in the NZD trades are no longer, for me, they're no longer feasible. They're no longer plausible. So I'll be forgetting about the NZD. So we got our take profit levels, and let's look into the next term. Thank you guys. See you on the next episode. Goodbye.